Hey everyone, I'm Mikayla Denault, and I've got this week's top stories. Intramurals are catching the opportunity to create community at Northwestern. The students say the residential staff helps improve their mood. With enthusiasm, before big tests and busy days. The proposed Evanston Greenway would bring bikers of all skill levels, promoting safety and equity in travel. So the question is, how safe are parks for children during the pandemic? The Visible Faces project gives food and toiletries to the populations experiencing homelessness in the Evanston and Chicago area, taking precautions to keep the warmth of Northwestern alive. Mikayla Denault, Northwestern News Network.
I'm going to be able to hug my dad again, which is amazing.
The Illinois Medical Professionals Action Collaborative Team, or IMPACT, mobilizes vaccinations with smaller community sites throughout Chicago.
And so we created the organization at the beginning of the pandemic to really start to address some of the information that was out there. We realized there wasn't a coordinated national response that was being put into place.
Shika Jane says some individuals within vulnerable communities lack access to information.
Because a lot of people, especially in the most vulnerable communities, don't necessarily have access to Wi-Fi or a computer, or they can't take off time from work to be constantly refreshing a screen to try to get themselves an appointment.
IMPACT collaborates with medical centers like this one at Northwestern Memorial Hospital, bringing vaccines to vulnerable communities.
So because of our diverse makeup of our group, we've really been able to address the vaccine challenges based on what we're hearing from a variety of different parts of the state.
Other organizations partner with IMPACT, bringing vaccines to those who can't leave their homes.
Basically, my dad had a stroke about 2.5 years ago. So getting out of the house is a very difficult undertaking, and one that he's not really able to walk. Going out was not really an option. So I've been kind of trying to find resources for some time to get a homebound vaccination. And it's a lot tougher than you'd think.
Jean Powley saw firsthand how her father was impacted by IMPACT.
This will allow us to kind of be back together as a family again.
Door-knocking campaigns, pop-up clinics, and appointment education are known as micro-targeting. Medical volunteers bring vaccines to areas that are disproportionately affected.
I'm a Black woman originally from the South Side of Chicago, and health disparities is our life and our culture, on the South and the West Side. And the only way to address that is that people in leadership positions try to make a change.
Mobilizing vaccines for the reunification of loved ones. Mikayla Denault, Northwestern News Network. Dorothy Head wanted an activity to keep her involved after working in Northwestern and promoting environmental advocacy. After her husband died in 2015, becoming a crossing guard changed Dorothy Head's life until she retired in December.
She says, I step out of my door, and if I see you standing on the corner, I let her walk by herself because I know she's going to be safe when she crosses the street. It was so important to me.
For 1 hour and 15 minutes in the morning and 45 minutes in the afternoon, Dorothy Head walked students across the street.
She surprised Lizzie and came to her car parade for her birthday. So that was an extra special surprise. And she showed up with just a card and a gift because that is just the type of person she is, where she just goes above and beyond for everybody.
Head knows all the children's names. Parents say she treated the crosswalk as more than just a job, thanking her for being like another grandma.
She'll know that I'm angry or sulking, and she'll just give me a hug, and it just brightens up my day.
The community saw a green light and an opportunity to give back. A street name change, Miss Dorothy Head Way.
City council meeting, she was on screen, and you could see her wiping away the tears when she was hearing the really wonderful things people were saying about her. So it's a really special thing to be able to do for some of our residents who make an extra contribution to the community.
Proving kindness can't be stopped. Mikayla Denault, Northwestern News Network. The Visible Faces project began with a simple gesture by founder Josh Thomas, listening to the story of a man experiencing homelessness and sharing it on social media to encourage donations from his friends.
Moving to Chicago, everyone kept telling me, just keep walking, you're gonna get bothered all day. I was like, okay, And then I realized it wasn't really being bothered. And as people, it's kind of our job to, when you see someone begging for help, to help them.
The Visible Faces project gives food and toiletries to the populations experiencing homelessness in the Evanston and Chicago area, while also telling their stories.
That's what I've noticed the most, is that they're just happy to have someone treating them as an equal.
These social media posts from Instagram create a chain reaction of kindness.
And I asked everyone on my Snapchat to send me $1. And within like 5 minutes, I had like $150 in my Venmo.
The project's goal is to discuss homelessness openly and with compassion.
It's about building a community with the homeless folks in the area as well.
Thomas hopes to expand their efforts to more areas around Chicago. This week, they launched the Care Kit project to bring volunteers together, making an impact with support and storytelling.
He looks like he has tears in his eyes and he's about to break down. He approaches us and he tells us his story. He says, "My name is Paul Porter." You know, the magic hits you right away.
Letting vital voices be heard. Mikayla Denault, Northwestern News Network.